Alright folks, we're back on for the fourth video. We just finished that quiz in economics. We're feeling pretty good. If we scroll down here again, you can click the Apex Learning. If we scroll back down into our econ course, do a little snapshot here. Oh, we can see our grade has gone up. We're up from a 37 to a 45. Our bar is no longer red, it's yellow. Our overdue activities are down to 2. So we're feeling good. Again, as we saw in last video, we've reached a test. We think we're ready to go on to Unit 2, but it's locked. So we messaged the teacher. We asked for a bypass. So let's go into this course really quick. And just give me a moment here. Should kick us into this course. Now, what we'll notice here is this play button. If we click resume, it should drop us in right to where we left off, which was that test. Okay. Now, once we click the test, again, it's locked. Okay. And what we need to do, and what we did in the previous video, is we sent a message to the teacher and asked them for a test bypass. Okay. So we sent that email over, and now we're going to arrow us on. So we sent an email and we're going to refresh this page now. And it looks like this teacher has given us a test bypass. What do you know? It's green. So some important things to take into consideration. You see 0 of 50 points earned. That doesn't mean you get a 0. We have to use those zeros as placeholders for the test. But again, it's still going to be locked. All tests are taken in the testing center. We have a Proctor Testing Center. You may be taking a computer test, a written test. Again, it just depends on the course. But in this instance, we are going to move on to Unit 2 because it's a weekend per se, or it's nighttime and we really want to get into Unit 2. Once we click into Unit 2, we can start this. We've got our overview. This happens to be 2 pages. We can click into here and go in. Again, these study sections are going to set us up for this quiz. So we're in good shape. What I also wanted to point out too is once you get into later on units, and we're going to kind of go into the home page here of this course, you can see now Unit 2 has opened up. It's got color. Okay, and again, Unit 2 has 26 activities. But what is important to notice here is there's an outline in the top left. If you click this outline, again, you've got Unit 2 that you were in before here, but it kind of unfolds. Okay, you got 1.1, 1.2, but again, you've already taken care of Unit 1 and you want to prepare. We've got to go back and do that journal, but then you can go into Unit 2, and again, each is going to unpack. So, you're in 2.1, but 2.2 is not going to unpack. You're not going to be able to see material from Unit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until you actually get into those units, but I did want to show you this outline. So 2.1, there is an outline here to kind of take you through. But I want to go back to this home page, show you some things here. As I said before, there's a little resource page. There's going to be this start button will drop you back into where you were. In this briefcase we talked about earlier, I think this is important, this resource page. And again, the more you use Apex, the more familiar you're going to become with these resume buttons, with these start buttons. Again, with these arrows here are going to be important for us. But this resource page is important as well. There's a syllabus, which is interesting. It breaks down all the points in the course. You can see the quiz is worth nearly 40% of the grade in the course. You've got computer scored tests and written tests. In my economics course specifically, the odd tests, so 1, 3, and 5, and 7, are all going to be computer tests, and the even tests, 2, 4, and 6, are going to be written tests. So you would prepare differently for those, but again, you have a syllabus with an overview here, which is kind of neat. You can navigate that way. If we go back to this resources page, I had talked to you previously about the key terms. And they've got the key terms for the entire course, A to Z. It took a minute to boot here, but again, ability to pay is going to start, and it goes all the way down to, you will see, I'll grab this little toggle bar here, and all the way down here to zoning ordinance. And that's the entire course. So that's important to point out. But at any rate, that's economics. So In the next video, I kind of want to chat a little bit about another course, and then that's going to be Personal Finance, which is a math course. But it's important to note that many of the courses are set up with overviews, and then again, study materials, and then they prepare you, and maybe other practices and journals that are going to prepare you for quizzes, which essentially will later on prepare you for tests, which will later on prepare you for exams. So as you can see, everything kind of builds upon itself. But in the next video, I want to briefly chat about a math course, because it's set up the same, but it has a couple other elements that are going to help you be successful.